I've had this coat for some time now, and I am about to finally do a sleeve alteration on this coat because I'm so tired of it just being too short. So I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do first. So first I'm gonna turn it. As you see, the lining isn't attached, so this is good. So I can go see how you can see everything in here. So I'm just gonna go in and turn this sleeve inside out and see what we have. Hey y'all, so I'm kinda, not even, I'm really mad right now. Let me give you some backstory. This coat I'm wearing, I've had it for almost 10 years. And I knew the sleeves were short and I just haven't taken the time to alter them. I do alterations, but I don't often alter my own clothes. So I was like, it's a snow day. Let me go ahead and fix the sleeves on this jacket. Look at this. So, see how short they are? Like, it's that much. And I know I have, like, freakishly long arms anyway. So, I was like, let me work on it. So, I took this sleeve out. So, you see how nice it is? It works. But, that's it. This is the raw edge. And then, look. There's not enough lining in it to catch it. So I'm going to have to show you guys. So this is how. So I got in it this way because the lining isn't attached. So I was able to go in it under here, right? So I went through and I'm going to show you the one that I did not do just for like a compare and contrast. So this is how it looks before you take it all apart. So I have to open all that up to separate the outer shell from the lining. I've done that on this other sleeve. However, once I pull it through, you're going to see what I'm talking about. So I've already detached this one. And look. So ideally, I'm supposed to fold this up and then it connects with the lining on the inside. And then you turn it back in and the sleeve is lengthened. But if you see from manufacturer standards, they didn't leave enough lining to even allow for a sleeve lengthening. And this is what the industry is doing to us. The industry forces you to buy new clothes. They leave them. I think industry standards is a 3/8 seam allowance. If you can see that crease right there, that's you. That's like 3/8. Where's my? That is 3/8 of an inch. Now, typically, if you're like a student or something, like when I used to teach my kids, it would be you would leave a half an inch seam allowance, but the industry leaves 3/8, and like you see all this, like there's not enough lining to take the sleeve out. So this is what I think I'm gonna have to do. The lining is already removed, so it's just like I might just have to wear it with the lining out. Why can't I put this jacket back on now? Oh, because this other sleeve is still turned inside out. So, give me 1 second, y'all. Okay. So, this is the sleeve I was going to lengthen. This is the sleeve that I did lengthen. And it fits perfectly now, but that's now a raw edge. And I really don't have any choice but to wear it now as a raw edge. Now, could I go in and extend this lining to meet it? Yes, but that's a lot of work. So it's really not, but it's like it could have been. I was expecting an easy fix. An easy fix to me is like 2-3 hours to do something. adding lining to extend this is going to be, and what I could do, I could just simply fold it under and do a top stitch, and then I can tack the lining back here. But I'm disappointed that industry standards did not allow me to do this alteration the correct way. I don't know, but I'm mad. I'm mad. I mean, I could have been done with this if the lining was long enough. I could have been done with this sleeve already, but it's not. So I'm not. And thanks for listening. I'll show you how I went from this to this. First, you're going to place the additional lining on top of the existing lining, right sides together, meaning good side to good side. Just like here, you see both this side is good side, so it started off like this, right side to right side. I've already pinned it down in place, and full disclosure, I free-handed this one, but you can get some tailor's chalk and just go along and mark along all of those pin marks. Just like that, and that's going to give you a guideline when you sew. Again, I did this side freehand, and you see, it did pretty good. I mean, not to brag, but I just know my craft. And then, you know, since it was an additional piece, you're going to have to create a seam line right here, as I did here. So this is what that's going to be. Again, get your tailor's chalk and just mark along those pins, just like so. Okay, now I'm here. You see I have my chalk line, so I'm simply going to sew down that chalk line. And then we're going to want to back stitch to lock it in there. See how I'm keeping it right on that chalk line and making sure the other piece is under there catching it, just like so. Back stitch, lock that stitch in, forward stitch. Boom. That's done. Now I've placed the sleeve in the horizontal way, I think. Yeah. Horizontal. No, vertical. That's horizontal. The vertical way. And as you see, my chalk markings here. And I'm going to stitch all the way around. I don't have fancy tripods and stuff, so I'm making it work. Yeah, I'm just going with one hand. See how I'm following that stitch line? Now because this is a circle, you always want to leave your pin down, your needle down. So I'll take out this pin now. Now if I had pinned these pins this way, I could possibly run over them, but I did it the other way. So I want to teach you wrong, but you should always pin, what is it, perpendicular to the selvage. So now this is getting a little difficult because I have to keep turning this sleeve. So you see what I'm doing, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish this. I've made it back around, so I'm just gonna finish up this little piece. Back stitch it, marking the stitch, and we're done with that. Voila. Pull down the sleeve. This one may be a little longer, but it's okay. Voila. I have extended the lining, and now I can sew the outer shell to the lining. So this is good. The lining is not hanging out. It's in there. Let's see, I don't know. You can't see, but it's not hanging out. It's just there. And over here. Oh, I gotta turn the phone around. The lining is just in there. See it in there? It's in there. So it's not too long. That's the main thing. The lining is not too long and hanging over the edges. It's a good job. Good job. Okay, this is a tricky part. As you see, my hand is in between the lining and the outer shell. I'm going to pinch the lining to the outer shell and then bring it back through. Like so. And as you see, I'm still doing right sides together. Okay, as you see, it looks a little different now. I've pulled it through, and now I have my two separate pieces, the lining and the outer shell, and I still have these two pinched right sides together. Okay, first thing I did, I changed my thread to red because red is a prominent color. And as you see here, I have gone around and I have pinned the lining and the coat right sides together. This is going to be hidden inside once it's all said and done. So I know it looks really ratchet, but it's going to be inside. No one's going to see that unless whoever takes his coat again, takes his coat apart again. So as you see, I have it pinned. So now I'm going to sew all the way around, and this sleeve is going to be done. And I'm just continuing around the hemline of this sleeve, attaching the lining to the outer shell. And you know, you have to twist it around because these two are connected, so it does take some maneuvering. And you can make little adjustments because I'm trying to make it as long as possible. So we can just take this pin out since it's still secure. And we want to make sure this lining is not exactly on the edge, but just a little closer to the edge. Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. And I'm going to continue all the way around, as you can see here. And see, I have some fullness here that's not quite matching up, so we're going to simply put a little dart there. And see how that took in that fullness? And then we're just going to sew straight across that. Still trying to keep it flat in there with one hand while I'm video recording. I don't have any tripods or anything, but I get the job done. Oh, y'all hear that? My bobbin's getting tangled. But I'm gonna try to finish this one out without changing it. Let's back stitch. Ah, see? Okay. Start recording. Just need to press it. But it's in. I added like an inch. Final step is pressing out the old seam. And it also press down the lining on the inside as well. Can you tell I did this one first? The first one always a little more wonkier than the second one. You have to warm up. So I might go back and touch this one up over the weekend. But all in all, she's done.